everybody, welcome to another amazing episode of the Low Budget Show with Damon Millard. That's me. You joined us on a great episode. On today's show we have hometown hero Jim Search will be joining us. I'll tell you about my hectic day and my neighbor's dog. We'll do a flashback video to when I used to be a heavier drinker, and that's about it. Oh, and we make amends with Crane's Butters, the raffle winner. So, great. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This is actually the second time I'm taping the show today. Not that the first show was like bad or anything. It's just I was rushing everything. I had such a bad day. I was trying to get everything done today, so I just was just like speeding through my whole day, and it just all added up to like just a bullshit day. You know, first of all, okay, I got up at 5:30 because that's when my girlfriend gets up now, so I'm like up super early. But I was like, you know, I'll get up when she gets up, stay up, and then get a bunch of stuff done. And it didn't, you know, I was editing, and what else did I do? I drank a bunch of coffee. I'm actually drinking more coffee right now. The Starbucks red cups are back, which is awesome. I don't know, it makes me feel good, right? So there's that. And, alright, so I'm just rushing through. I'm editing the Lost episode, which is going to come out probably around Christmas. I'm editing Jake Cornelli's episode, which is going to be a week from today, or tomorrow, depending, whatever. And so I'm doing all this. Then I run down to the gym, right? And when I get there, I forget my gym clothes. This is the second time I've done this. I'm getting all this exercise from going all the way to the gym and then back and then back and then back. And it just sucks, you know what I mean? I don't know. I joined the gym, and one of the guys at the gym is a comic. I recognized him from a mic that I did, and he's always running bits past me. You know what I mean? I'll just be like working out. I'll be running and stuff, and he'll get right up next to me and be like, "Yo, what do you think about this?" Like, dude, it's not the time, you know. But yeah, I was rushing around because I was trying to get, you know, 3 or 4 mics in today, and at some point I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just not do any stage time today. I'm gonna go back, re-record the Low Budget Show, which is what I'm doing now, and then I'm just gonna relax and write at home. So that's what I'm gonna do. Because I couldn't write earlier. Why couldn't I write earlier? Why couldn't you write earlier, Dame? Oh, I don't know, maybe because of this? That's my neighbor's dog. It's just barking and barking and barking, and I'm trying to write and I'm trying to get some stuff done, but no. Can I? No. This went on for like hours. This went on for like 2 hours. So the plan was to record this and then leave it next to the door when I go out to my shows tonight. Right? So annoying. But so, whatever, and I just decided to just relax. I got back home. I'm gonna fucking kick back, watch some Simpsons. It's gonna be great. So, anyway, this is the second taping, and I hope it's going a lot better. I feel much more relaxed. So, let's move on to the next part of the show. I want to apologize to Mr. Crane's Butter for... He won the hand-scooped ice cream sandwich from Carl's Jr. or Hardee's, and by the time I realized that when I was gonna send it to him, I actually finally read the fine print, and there was an expiration date. I only missed it by a couple of days. So so what I did was I decided to get him some different prizes. You know, he wrote me, and so I decided to get him some different prizes. So right now, this is the gift bag that we usually give away on the Low Budget Show. It's you know, just our standard our standard package here. So what do we got in here? We got a lot of really good gifts.
So Cranes, you're gonna receive the official low budget show beer cozy or koozie. I don't know which one it is. So that you got that coming. That's an official low budget show prize that we usually give out. Also, oh, here's something more. There's another official thing. We got the official low budget show pen. So we got that. So now you can write some new jokes finally. All right. Well, address some stuff. You wanted some authentic New York City stuff. That's what you mentioned, right? You wanted something from New York City. So I got you these. These are great. These are the New York City condoms, the NYC condoms that you know, if you're out at a bar, they'll have like a fishbowl in the front of the bar, and they're just full of these. So you can just go ahead and grab these. These will keep you from getting AIDS, guys. These are the good ones. These ones right there, it says these are 150% protective against AIDS, so they're the best. So you only need half of one if you only want to be like 75% protected.
The math checks out. Do it.
Alright, so there's that. We're going to send you that, and I'll send you the coupon. Juggalo John will sign it. And again, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that it was expired. So please,
people, continue to trust me. I'm gonna have more giveaways when swag starts to find its way to the low budget shows.
Okay, but so there's that. You may have noticed that I crossed out the Bill Cunningham show on there.
You know, because we work together sometimes. But the truth is, I went to the Bill Cunningham show this week. I did. I found it on Craigslist. Did that make any sense to you guys? It probably didn't. I searched for like little ways to make money on the internet, and one of the things I found was that you can be a paid audience member at a lot of these talk shows that are taped in New York. And so I got $40 to watch the Bill Cunningham show, plus I got some pizza, and it was just, if you've never seen the Bill Cunningham show, it's basically, it's like a poor man's Maury Povich is all that it is. It's like that with less running behind the scenes, you know what I mean? But there was a fight, and this one girl ran off stage, and they just happened to be from Milwaukee. What do you know? And you know, they just fight over DNA stuff. So it was fun. $40, couple slices of pizza. I don't know. I don't eat pie anymore though. Well, I'm trying not to, you know, because I lost all that weight. But it's fun. Hey, I'll send you the link if you want it. If you want to go and get paid to be on a talk show, or not on a talk show, but like in the audience.
So there's that. If you want me to send you that link, just here, tweet at me at laughingcock, LAUGHINGCOK, or you can hit me up directly at my email, which is damonsmillard@yahoo.com. Don't forget the S, because you won't get a hold of me if not. So yeah, there's that. I got a question the other day. People are like, why are you always pimping your email address? Like, do you get money but with every email you get? And no, the reason why I'm always trying to get you guys to send me stuff is because I want this to be like a little community, like a little back and forth. You know, you send me stuff, I'll read it, maybe I'll dive into it, find some more stuff out. You call me on my bullshit, I'll call you on yours, I'll read your stories, you subscribe. Have you guys subscribed? Get your friends to subscribe. Also, here's another tip. On YouTube, they don't always put the video in the best quality format. So in this corner on YouTube, click the little gear thing and then notch it up on the HD. Get it into the best format of HD that you can, so that the low budget looks a little higher budget.
So yeah, that's why I do that.
I don't know. I feel like I digressed from something. I feel like I was gonna say something, wasn't I? I'm gonna have to do a cataway. cat away because I forgot what I was talking about. But let's let's do this. Let's do this. Shit on the internet. This is where I talk about shit that I saw on the internet. All right. Another reason I restarted the episode is because I started talking about, there was this scientist
who had this kick-ass shirt on. You know, he was one of the guys who helped land the spacecraft on the asteroid. You know what I mean? I mean, this dude did some amazing historical shit, and everybody got all crazy about his shirt. And you know, I went deep into that, and then that made me digress into talking about the cat call video again, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk about those subjects on this show. I just don't. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna validate all this outrage. You know, this over politically correct outrage. I'm just not gonna do it. So that's why I restarted the show.
I'm not talking about those subjects. This is a fun place. I'm here to just express myself and have fun. Shut the fuck up! So, alright. I digressed again. Shit on the internet! This is where I talk about shit I saw on the internet. BuzzFeed has this video out, and trust me, I'm not like telling you to look at BuzzFeed's website ever. Never do it. But I just, people were posting things about BuzzFeed, and it was specifically about drinking in your it's a video. It was about drinking in your 20s versus drinking in your 30s, and the way it changes. And they're right. They made some really good points, and it was a decent video. But don't fuck BuzzFeed. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know why I stopped drinking the way I was drinking in my 20s. You know, I was pretty wild, and I used to drink a lot, and I would get rowdy. I would get in fights. I was in fights with big bouncers, and I've won some of those, believe it or not. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. So, but I'm into coffee now. Sure, I still drink sometimes, but rarely. I don't know about rarely, but not to the degree I used to drink. It's lost its appeal. And I used to be a heavy drinker. I was pretty wild. Me and my friends. I found a video from way back when when we used to go out partying, like to clubs. Like I used to try and go to clubs and pick chicks up and stuff. And like, you know, I used to dress like a douche with the pop collars and stuff. So I found a video. We're gonna throw it back, take a look at how I was back in the day, and then from there we'll go to our interview with Jim Search. All right, cool. So here, check out what I used to be like when I used to drink a lot.
This section of the show is brought to you by Non-Menthol Newports. Non-Menthol Newports. Being a scumbag never tasted so good.
Hey, what's up, Low Budget Show? Hey. This is the interview section of the show. Today joining me is the one, the only Jim Search. Welcome him to the show. How's it going, Jim?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me, dude.
It's great to have you here.
Binghamton's in the building.
Binghamton is in the building.
Yeah.
Here's the cool thing. Me and Jim are both from the same hometown.
That's true.
That's true. It's very true. We are from a place called Binghamton, New York. If you've never seen it, then you've never watched the show Cops that used to be on Fox 40.
And there's also the Twilight Zone.
Oh yeah.
So another big thing.
That's a thing that a lot of people don't know.
That Rod Serling, who wrote the Twilight Zone,
yes.
the thing you just said.
The show that I mentioned.
Right. He wrote that based on Binghamton because he went to high school there. He wrote it because of all the crazy people that were in the streets because the government shut down like the mental hospitals and they sent all the crazy people out onto the streets in Binghamton, New York, and he had to deal with these people every day.
Well, it's interesting. One of the characters, a recurring character on the show, is Helen Foley. And Helen Foley was his English teacher at Binghamton High School. And at Binghamton High School is the Helen Foley Theater. Named after...
Look at that.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting an education.
A little bit. That's all I took away from my career at Binghamton High School.
Nice.
That and shooting dice in the hallway.
This is the most educational segment to date.
Oh, wow. I'm glad I brought that to you guys.
Great.
This is good.
So,
Binghamton standing tall. Patriot rules.
So now you live here in the city now?
I've been in Brooklyn 7 years. I lived in the Bronx for, a year, I think?
And you were like, no, I gotta go?
Not for all the weed in Compton would I go back to fucking the Bronx. I like visiting. Like, the Bronx is fun to visit. I would just never want to live there again because it's way the fuck away from everything I want to do.
Yeah.
So I said nuts to that. I also lived with a crazy Dominican roommate, and he was a nut job, and I didn't really like living with him because I couldn't have a copy of the key to the mailbox.
That sounds shady.
Oh, it was so fucking shady. And then the radiator blew up in my apartment, in my room, destroyed all my shit, and then I was like, well, I'm not going to pay you rent until I'm not going to pay you rent if I lost all my shit.
Right.
Then we went to small claims court. I got a letter from the People's Court asking me if I wanted to be on the show.
Oh man,
and
that could have been a TV credit.
Probably not. Probably not. It probably would have cemented me as that guy who was on the People's Court.
I did see somebody from Binghamton on one of those court shows.
Oh, great! Yeah,
they were there. I don't know. I think they were managing strippers or something.
Oh, great!
Which isn't out of the line for like that's right up.
No,
that's a Binghamton thing.
Stripping, managing strippers.
Like,
I think it's called pimping.
I was gonna go to college, but these girls need a ride to Newburgh. You know what I mean?
I actually saw two people from Binghamton on Dr. Phil.
You did?
I did, yeah. That was pretty wild. And I said, oh my god, I know both those people.
Binghamton's way too small.
It's a small place, man. It's a little over 30,000 people now?
I don't know. The number keeps dwindling,
yeah.
Right?
It dwindles.
People are like, let's not do that.
Let's leave.
You know what's smarter than going to college? Getting the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
You know, I don't know. But, so, you got out of Dodge, and you're down here.
I left Dodge. I went to Cleveland first.
Yeah.
And then that was scary.
Kept a Cleveland phone number, too.
I did keep a Cleveland phone number. I still have the Cleveland area code. I got the fuck out of there because I was like, oh wow, this is a bigger Binghamton to me. And then I went...
This is Binghamton, but more chances for stabbings.
Yeah, I almost got robbed in Cleveland. I was walking home from a bar, and this guy standing on the corner, and he goes, run your pockets. And I swear to God, I walked by him, and I went, nah, and just kept going. I just didn't have time to get robbed at that point.
Yeah. Just no. You know what, that's a hassle I don't want to deal with.
Yeah, run your pockets. Enough. Shush.
Nah.
You're not gonna...
You're like...
We're not gonna do that.
No.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You better find something else to do. But yeah, so I was in Cleveland, and then I moved back to Binghamton for 3 months.
And you were like,
oh, I partied way too hard there.
Did you?
Oh yeah, man. I worked in a NASCAR merchandise plant for 3 months. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
That's a true story, man. And this is around the time of Hurricane Katrina. Oh. So I remember I was putting NASCAR merchandise in boxes and I was sending it to the Astrodome.
Because that's where people were being transplanted.
People need NASCAR memorabilia.
Mm-hmm. They need it overnight. They need Dale Earnhardt shot glasses
immediately.
Right now.
These people's homes have just been destroyed, and they don't have anything with a race car number on it.
Nothing, man.
I don't know if you guys understand how you have to be able to wrap your mind around the fact that someone used a FEMA check to buy like a Dale Earnhardt blanket.
Oh my god.
That's a lot I had to deal with. So I did that for 3 months. I partied really hard in Binghamton. And then I was like, look, if I do this another 4 months, I'm going to be here for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And then I moved down here. I moved hungover. And every time I've ever moved, I've been hungover.
Yeah.
It's just the way that works. I don't know if that speaks to just how much I drink. Or
you're like, woo!
Yeah.
I ain't getting the security deposit back anyway.
Mm-hmm. Let's drink till 4 in the morning.
Let's punch some holes in these walls. This is Crandall Street. Mm-hmm. Ain't enough holes in the wall.
Yeah, this building needs to be set on fire. And let it be done by me.
And then I moved and jumped in the U-Haul and drove down here and did not look back.
Good, because you're doing a lot better.
I feel like I've done that.
You're doing good, Jim.
I'm making moves in the right direction, I feel like.
You want to hear a funny story about when I moved from Binghamton? I was living on Binghamton's north side.
Okay.
I moved.
Prime real estate.
Yeah, I moved. I went to Tulsa, Oklahoma because I was working in the news.
Right.
And my mom took over my apartment. How's that for Binghamton royalty?
That's wild, man.
Mom was like, "Oh, there's a place on the north side finally."
I'm out of here. Let's do it.
I'm leaving the south side.
Ethel is on her way.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that's that. But
and then punch some holes in the wall over there on the north side. Instead of, you know how like when they
she came in and she was like, "Oh, there's already holes here. Good.
I'm ahead of the pack here."
You know how like when they open a building, they do like a ribbon cutting? When you move into an apartment in Binghamton, you punch a hole in the wall.
Yeah. You did it. Or like the way they like smash a bottle of champagne on it, christen it.
Yeah. You christen it with a fucking hole in the wall as per your hand.
Yeah, well, it's good to see your shining Binghamton face out here in New York every time I'm out. We're at shows or whatever together.
Or what have you. Or mics.
Yeah, or mics. Yeah, like, and you're pretty active comedy-wise. You got a lot of, like, projects going on,
yeah.
Right? Let me see if I can name them all, because you got so many. You got Pieces Sunday comedy show.
Yeah, that's me and
once
Max
a month.
Cohen. Yeah, first Sunday of the month.
And then you got the DSD Booze Bag Comedy Show, which is like a spin-off of a podcast that you also do called that?
Called the Donkeys Here Debate.
You have the Three Negroes.
Yeah, that's right.
I was actually nervous to say that.
Yeah, I know, but you stuck
the landing. You see me man up? I was like, fuck this.
You stuck the landing on that. That's the name of the show.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fault you for it.
And then I have Three's Comedy.
Three's Comedy.
Right, which is Kate Weinberg, Courtney McGinnis, and myself.
We're so busy.
Man, look, there's work. There's funny to be thrown out into the world, and God damn it, I'll do it.
You just need to make people smile.
That's it, man. Somebody's got to fucking laugh. Someone's got to enjoy this shit.
In one of these shows, somebody's gonna laugh.
Yeah, I figure the more shows I produce, the more likely that someone will laugh.
I'm bound to have a good set.
Yeah, if I have 4 opportunities to go on stage, there's 4 more chances I have to actually do somewhat decent.
These all take place at the same...
3 of them are at Revival in Union Square.
I like that place.
Yes, it's a fun bar. And the Three's Comedy Show is at Muchmore's for now, and then we're kind of trying to figure out a new space.
We're going to be on the road next month. We're going to be in Easton, PA.
Whoa!
The Three's Comedy, yeah.
That's cool.
We're on the road, man. Black Tripper and the ladies are...
Black Tripper! And the ladies!
And my ladies are hitting the road. I got to get these girls a ride to Newburgh.
Oh, you gotta get these girls.
Gotta get these girls to
You
Newburgh.
son of a bitch. I knew it. You're from Binghamton. You're like, yo, you know what I do good? Take girls over state lines.
Yeah, crossing state line with white ladies. That's my job.
So yeah, we got a show there November 15th at Mother's Grill in Easton, PA.
Sounds great.
So, but then after that, we're trying to find another venue for Three's Comedy. But the other 3 shows are at Revival.
Did you ever think, coming from your like humble roots of Binghamton, that you would be somewhere in Manhattan pretending to be on a TV show?
Yeah, I did. Actually, when I was 15 years old, I thought
15,
about
you're
it.
like-
On the west side of Binghamton, I said.
You were like all clairvoyant. You're like, someday
Yeah, there will be a day.
there'll be a day where I pretend.
Damon Millard and I will sit in an apartment in New York and pretend to be
Some
on TV.
IKEA chairs
Yeah,
that we're scared of falling out of at all times.
it could happen.
You never know what the fuck's gonna happen there. But no, in answer to your question, I didn't think that I would like live in, like I didn't think I would stay in Binghamton the rest of my life,
No.
but I also didn't think that I'd be in New York. Like I just knew I had to get out of there.
But I didn't think New York would be.
Yeah, and for people who are watching who don't know anything about our small hometown, there's this legend. It's called the Binghamton Black Hole Effect. Do you
Yeah.
know what that is?
I do.
You explain it. See, because we didn't even warm up. This is a known legend.
It's something of a gravitational well.
In that, regardless of how far you go out, you will get pulled right back in.
No matter what.
No matter what you do, no matter how far you go, there will be some circumstance that will say, no, I'm not done with you yet. And then Binghamton pulls you back in.
And there you are.
Just when I thought I was out.
They pulled me right back. They pulled me right back in. They pulled
Yeah,
me right the fuck
I'm
back in.
scared of that. I think about that every single day, especially when I'm having a bad day, and I'm like, I should just go home. You know what I
I
mean?
think the
Like me and my girlfriend will chase each other around with butcher knives. And I'll fucking kill you, bitch! And she's like, I'm killing you first! And I'm like, I'm going back to Binghamton!
and then that's it. And then
And I'm like, I can't do that. That's what they're expecting. You know what I mean?
I think the scariest words anyone can ever utter is one-way ticket to Binghamton.
Oh.
Oh my god,
that's
You know what you
scary-
can do?
That's-
If you know people from Binghamton who have moved out of town, just send them a megabus. Just buy one of those $1 megabus tickets once in a while.
send it to the mail
Yeah.
or email it to them.
Yeah,
Like,
just send it. Put it in a card.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here you go. In case you're feeling lonely.
Yeah, just know that Uncle Tony's will be waiting for you.
I got a draft down at Tom and Marty's for you.
Dime night.
Wednesday night. So get ready, buddy.
Yeah.
Bring your mug.
Bring your mug.
Yeah, you send the megabus ticket and a mug.
Oh my god.
And have the bus ticket for Wednesday.
Make it one of those cards that when you open it up, it plays music, and it'll be like the Welcome Back Kotter song. Where it's like, Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. That would just be great. I'm so scared of going back there.
Look, as scared as I am to move back there, it's fun to visit.
Oh,
Like,
it's great to visit.
It's great to visit. Like when we went, well,
People are like, you got clean socks on, Jim? Nah.
I remember I was in downtown Binghamton and I was at a wedding.
And I had a suit on, and I was walking in downtown Binghamton, and I remember this dude saw me, and he just goes, "You look cleaner than the Board of Health with that suit on, man." And I go, "Ooh, I bet we don't see a lot of suits here in the old Binghamton."
Okay.
I'm like, I better get back to the wedding, because this is going to get creepy. But yeah, look, well, when we went back for Parade Day, was it last year, then we went to Flashbacks.
When we stood around,
I had a flashback.
What
What am I doing here?
What the fuck is this?
What?
And the music, I remember the music. I don't know if it's because I'm old, but the
I
music.
think it's because we got older.
No, you know what though? The distortion of the music was just off because it was loud, but not a good loud.
Like you can't hear anything because it's that loud. Like the sound wasn't crisp enough for me to be like, oh, that's fucking Young Jeezy.
Can't even.
I didn't understand. Like I couldn't hear it, and it was just so loud. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And I'm like, we need to get out of here.
You told the bouncer, this is the scariest place in Binghamton right now. Remember that?
I do remember.
And it was weird because here's what was the weirdest about it. Like, you couldn't get a grasp on the demographic of that place. You couldn't figure out who they were, like, catering to. Because it was, like, these weird gothy people and then these weird, like, scummy Endicott people who look like they would stab you.
Yes. And then
There was just this weird cross-section of people in the bar. And I remember I told that guy at the bouncer, I'm like, yo, this is the scariest fucking place I've ever been. And he's like, where are you from? Like, I live in New York now. He's like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me that they're scary, that Binghamton's scarier than New York? I'm like, fuck yes.
You were like, yes, it is.
Living in New York, I've gone to a bunch of bars. I've seen, the nightlife of New York, right? I have probably seen 2 bar fights in the 7 years that I've lived here.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, I don't know if that speaks to the bars that I hang out in. I'm sure if you find a shitty bar in, like, I don't know, Bushwick, East New York, you'll see a fight. Right?
I'm sure.
But where I go, I've seen 2 bar fights. How many bar fights have I seen in Binghamton?
All of them.
All of them. I have seen every single bar fight ever happen. Like, I'll never forget the time I was in Uncle Tony's, and there were these, like, 3 dudes from Windsor who were just, just like corn-fed, just enormous dudes who just, you could tell they lived to go fight.
They didn't get their muscles by lifting books.
No, they got them from beating up brown and black people. That's how they got their muscles. So these 3 guys, I remember, were standing in front of the door, just punching anyone who got near them. And nobody could leave or come into the bar because these 3 guys were just like, we're here to fight. And they eventually, I remember the staff at Uncle Tony's had to call the cops from outside, like, look, we can't leave because these 3 dudes are standing in front, and then the cops showed up and arrested them.
Like, I see more fights in downtown Binghamton on a Friday night than I have seen in one night than I will see in any night hanging around in New York.
Right.
Because that's what you do.
All right.
But I love Binghamton.
Yeah.
Don't you?
You love it.
I love that place.
Any last words here, man? I think we're running out of time. Let me take a look here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're up there.
Okay. So I guess, I don't know, I shamelessly plug shit? Is that how
You
this
can.
works?
Yeah, where can people find you?
You can go find me at Jim Search on Twitter. You can find me jimsearchcomedy.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Jim Search.
All right. That's going to do it then, I guess.
All
Thanks
right,
for
hey,
having
man. Thanks for having me on the show.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
No problem. We're going to go drink some more beers and have shots because it's... Ooh, look at that. It's almost afternoon, so...
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Right? Okay, thanks for joining me, guys. That's the end of the Low Budget Show. Tune in next time where our guest is going to be... whoever is singing next door. That's who it's going to be.
Or Al Sharpton.
Al Sharpton on next episode. All right, thanks for joining me, guys. That's it.
See you guys.